Hi, I'm Perla Fernandez, Business Development Associate at Park Street Companies. In July 2021, the Biden administration issued an executive order directing the Secretary of Treasury and Federal Trade Commission to study and assess the U.S. market with the goal of reducing corporate consolidation and protecting consumers and small businesses. The alcohol category was among the industries the agencies were assigned to assess, and on February 9th, the agencies released a 64-page report on the status of the U.S. alcohol category, along with recommendations for improvement. The Park Street team combed through the report, and I'm here to provide industry members with an overview of what you need to know as a member of the alcohol industry. The report opened by highlighting two major trends in beverage alcohol that have dominated the industry in the last decade: growth and consolidation. The first trend is the growth of craft producers. By the Treasury's count, there are more than 6,600 operating wineries, 6,400 operating breweries, and 1,900 operating distilleries. The second trend is consolidation at the distribution, retail, and production levels for beer. Now, let's get into some of the areas of concern the Treasury report identified. Differing federal tax for beer, wine, and spirits currently affect competition between each of those sectors. Molson Coors and Anheuser-Busch InBev account for 65% of beer revenue nationwide. Major brewery mergers may have links to price increases in certain markets. Potential discriminatory practices by distributors, as well as slotting, shelving, and other preferential practices by retailers. State and federal regulations, including labeling pre-approval requirements, bottle size restrictions, mandatory classification of beverages, and complex application requirements are likely to cause unnecessary burdens on small and medium-sized producers and new entrants to the market. State and federal regulations, including state laws that require distributors to publicly set and adhere to prices, may inhibit growth and competition and pass financial consequences onto consumers. The report also expressed concern that the spread of the direct shipment model to beer and spirits may result in more alcohol in the hands of underage drinkers. An FTC study found no evidence of this issue in wine shipments, but more evidence is currently needed for beer and spirits. The agencies have also made several recommendations in order to address these concerns. We've grouped them together by objective. The first one being consolidation. The Department of Justice and the Federal Trade Commission should be mindful of the effect on distribution when a craft brewer is acquired by a major brewer, and consider doing a study on pricing innovation and distribution resulting from major brewers buying craft breweries over the last decade. The DOJ and FTC should pay attention to claims of efficiencies related to proposed merger deals. This recommendation is likely the result of a section within the report noting merging parties consistently advocate for transactions with bold predictions about efficiencies sufficient to prevent price increases, but the agencies are not aware of evidence that those efficiencies have been borne out in practice. The DOJ should look at vertical mergers and partnerships that may exclude independent companies. Additionally, the DOJ should reassess merger guidelines considering markets that are already highly concentrated. The second objective is protecting small businesses. The DOJ should work with states on state laws impacting competition by submitting letters in response to state legislative requests for technical assistance. States are also encouraged to reevaluate regulations that may produce burdens on small businesses and new entrants or undermine their access to distribution. The final objective is TTB recommendations. There were a set of recommendations specifically for the Alcohol, Tobacco, Tax, and Trade Bureau. The overarching suggestion for the TTB was to re-examine labeling rules and prioritize consumer and public health protection, but not make them so costly and complex that they're a barrier to new entrants. More specifically, the Treasury recommended responding to the many requests for greater clarity, to sharpen and modernize the categories of conduct that are considered intrinsically harmful and any exceptions. In such a course, the TTB should solicit feedback on newer and less well understood forms of exclusionary conduct. Strengthen the existing rule on category management, such as the design of shelving schemes and the offering of related services for free in order to improve deterrence. Address complaints of underenforcement, particularly about larger industry members, and increase enforcement on management skills and time arrangements. It remains to be seen whether the Biden administration will take further action on these recommendations, but there's only so much that can be changed on a federal level. A significant amount of regulations in the alcohol industry are overseen by individual states. Thank you for watching. For more insights and education on the alcohol industry, click below to subscribe to the Park Street University channel.